Okay, today we're going to be doing a video on how to grip the club. Since you're spending a lot of time at home, this would be a great time to kind of go over the basics. One of my mentors, Jim McLean, used to have a sign on his teaching bay called "Be Brilliant on the Basics." So today we're going to be really focusing on one of the key basics of putting on a good grip. Now, today's grip is going to be more of a neutral grip, so it's not like the grip that's for everybody. But if you're just getting started or you wanted to kind of re-up on your basics of gripping the golf club, there's going to be some good things in here for you to focus on. First off, whenever putting on the grip, I want you to really focus on keeping the club square. So if I kind of hold the club just right here, square club face is that when you hold the club, you'll see that the leading edge is straight up into the air. And if you have a grip on here, typically the logo will be lined up with that leading edge. So you'd want that logo to be kind of pointing straight up into the air. If you don't have that, no worries. Just keep an idea on keeping that leading edge straight up into the air. Okay? Now, the first thing that we want to talk about is getting your left hand on the grip. Okay? So I've actually kind of drawn an X and an O on my left hand here. And the O is where we want to really focus here. So if you notice here, I'm going to just kind of turn to the side and I'm going to show you how I get my club kind of in my fingers here. So I get my club in my fingers, and actually I'll show you even a little closer here how the club is kind of going down the base of my fingers. And then I'm trying to get the O to be on top of the club. A big mistake is when people have the X on top of the club, and then that usually means that your club is kind of in your palm. So we want to make sure that this is more in our fingers and our O gets more on top of that club. Okay? So that's the left-handed grip there. So we got it nice in our fingers there, and then the O kind of just sits on top of that club. And you'll be able to tell if you have this correct. Once again, make sure that the leading edge here is straight up in the air. It's off camera, but mine is off. Mine's straight up in the air, but I want you to make sure that that's straight up in the air for you. And then if you do this correctly and you get the O kind of right on top there, and all your fingers are kind of, the club's kind of along the base of your fingers, if you let go of your left three fingers, you should be able to anchor it between your left index finger and the O of your heel pad. Okay? And notice the X is not on that club. So this is a good way to check to make sure that that left hand is on there correctly. Okay. Now the right hand is going to come in and go right on top of it. So if we take a look at the right hand here, the right hand, the palm is just going to cover up the thumb. So we're just taking that thumb there, and I'm taking my right palm and just covering up that thumb there. So you can kind of see it from that point of view. If you see it from this point of view here, once again, the club's along my fingers here. I got my O here, if you can see that, going on top of the club. And then my right palm, just the lifeline of my right palm, and you know where the lifeline is between these two heel pads, just that lifeline right there, is going to cover up the thumb, the left thumb. So as you can see, I can't see that left thumb anymore. And my right thumb just kind of rests a little bit on the left side of the logo. So here's my logo here. So I'm covering up my left thumb, and my right thumb is just a little bit on the left side of the logo. There's a couple ways that you can put your hands together. You can either put 10 finger where the right pinky just touches the index finger. You could put the right pinky and overlap the index finger. You can take the right pinky and interlock the hands together. So right pinky and left index finger interlocking. Out of all of these, I would say all of these are kind of acceptable. But if you're really kind of up in the air and you don't know which one to go with, I really highly recommend the 10 finger. where that right pinky just touches that left index finger. Would be a good one to kind of get your hands on the club there. Now, another cool thing about that you can look at your grip here to make sure that you have it on correctly. And I got this out of Jim's book. I'm going to show you kind of out of an overlap grip just so you can see. Actually, I probably should. Yeah, I'm going to do the overlap grip. So if you can see in the overlap grip, this is something that Jim got from Carl Welty, that the index finger of my left hand right here is aligned with my ring finger and my middle finger of my right hand. So take a look at that. Index finger, ring finger, middle finger, all in alignment there. So check that on your grip as well when you make your grip. You can kind of see it too in the 10 finger. This way it would be kind of now including my pinky knuckle as well. You can see how they all kind of line up relatively close to in line right there. So that's a good thing to look at for your grip. Okay, so here's just a couple things for you to think about when gripping the club. Hopefully this is a good tutorial. A great drill to do is just to kind of put the grip on, kind of based on how I kind of explained it here, trying to make sure you get the fingers in there, the base of the fingers, the O heel pad on top. You know, put it out to the side, check to see if you can still hold it. Then cover up that left thumb. Make sure that right thumb is on the left side of the logo. And then put it down. Feel like you completely forget it. Then pick it back up. See if you can go through that same session again. Trying to get the club in the base of your fingers. Heel pad kind of on top of the club. Check to see if you can hold it okay. That O and that index finger. Cover up that left thumb. Right thumb is just on the left side of the logo. Put your hands together, either doing 10 finger, overlap, or interlock. I tend to do overlap. You check those couple knuckles there if they're kind of in alignment. My left index finger, right ring finger, and right middle finger all in alignment there. That feels pretty good. Put it back down and keep repeating. Great drill to do, especially if you have a lot of time in the house right now, just to kind of get more brilliant on that grip and kind of practice getting that grip on there every single time. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope this helps your game. And if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see future videos just like this. Thanks so much.